Welcome back to the show. What do you want to be when you grow up? Well, it's a question grown-ups often ask kids. Junior achievement of the Heartland's mission is to give students tools they need to succeed in their future careers, and you can be a part of that effort. Joining us today in the studio is Stacy Voelliger, Senior Education Manager for Junior Achievement of the Heartland. Stacy, so great to have you here. Welcome.
Thanks, Brandy. Thanks so much for having me.
All right, so tell us a little bit about JA and how you help the community.
Sure. So Junior Achievement of the Heartland is one of nearly 100 area offices throughout the United States that partners with area schools. We in fact partner with schools throughout 24 counties and provide interactive curriculum that teaches students about how to be financially capable, how to be work ready, how to foster that entrepreneurial mindset and really set them up for future success.
Okay, so to give people an idea, give us some examples of some of those programs and maybe some of the popular ones that kids really get excited about.
Oh, sure. So we offer kindergarten through high school learning experiences, and for example, in kindergarten, those kindergartners are starting to learn about themselves as individuals, workers, and citizens, and kind of what their role is in their economic society. So they learn about earning, saving, spending money. You get up to the middle school and they start to explore more about their financial futures and what their careers may look like one day. And then the high school, again, more of that work readiness and, you know, how do I get a job? How do I start a business?
Yeah.
And then we do offer, of course, our capstone program, JA BizTown and JA Finance Parks.
Yeah, that BizTown, we talked a little bit about that before the segment started. That is definitely a popular one for the kids in elementary school, right?
Yes.
Yes, and they learn about the different businesses. They have to run those businesses. They get kind of play money, and then they can buy things with that money. It's really a neat opportunity.
It is. Yeah, they're in a simulation, kind of an immersive simulation, if you will, for several hours after learning all the concepts. And as you said, our CFOs, CEOs, and they see the economic flow through a city for a day. So lots of fun. That's probably one of the greatest memories students
and it
have
looks
of
like
JA.
a real city too. It really does.
It does.
So you're also looking for community volunteers to help run some of these programs. How important is that to JA's mission?
It's super important. Really, the volunteers are the backbone of our success. They come in and share their own personal, professional experiences with students. They get them excited about their futures and what those futures may look like, build confidence, and just, you know, show them all the possibilities to achieve their own economic mobility.
Yeah, so what kind of training or support is provided to the volunteers, and what kind of time commitment does that look like for volunteers? Because I know that's a struggle for a lot of people.
It is. We have different volunteering scenarios. So we have one-day volunteering opportunities where volunteers can do what we call a JA in a day, and we'll present all 5 JA lessons in 4.5 to 5 hours. We also have the traditional weekly, so once a week until all 5 lessons are completed. So there's minimal time commitment, there's minimal prep work involved. We provide all the tools for the volunteer to be successful in the classroom, everything from a short 30-minute virtual training to additional resources. And then all they really need to bring is their experience and enthusiasm for working with the students.
So they don't really necessarily need any teaching experience?
They do not.
Okay.
They do not. The kids, you know, they're there to kind of draw on their own personal and professional experiences and, you know, help students connect those dots to what they're learning in the classroom and what does that look like to life outside of the classroom.
Yeah, just helping guide them along the way. Yeah,
exactly.
And talk to us about the impact JA and volunteers have on the students.
Yeah, I mean, it really does. Students love JA. Teachers welcome it. Obviously, it coincides and works beautifully with the curriculum that they're already working with the students on. When you look back on our alumni, many of our alumni have said that how it helped them make a career choice, and they're financially stable, and so it definitely makes an impact on the students.
Yeah, and sometimes you don't think that you're making an impact, but you really are. Helping volunteer, and with some of these programs, they're so important for the kids.
They really are. They really are, and it's a way for volunteers to invest in the future workforce.
Yeah.
Kind of give back to the community, and again, it's really setting those students up for future success, showing them all the possibilities that are out there for them one day to do. So getting them excited.
And I've volunteered, through elementary school 3 times with BizTown, and I have to say it is so much fun. It really is a lot of fun to watch these kids and to see the expression on their faces and having fun and learning at the same time.
Exactly. I mean, I'm always amazed when I'm teaching it could be a kindergarten class, and you do a little reviewing each time you go back, and they're so smart, and what they remember, what you taught them, the difference between a need and a want, or different types of jobs that are out there for them to do, and the concept of money. I mean, it's all so important.
It is, and that's why volunteers are so important, because you wouldn't have these programs without all those volunteers. So
we
definitely
couldn't do
need
it
more.
Without them. Absolutely. We impacted over 57,000 students last year, but we did that with the help of over 2,000 community volunteers. So
that's awesome. That's awesome. But you're always looking for more. So how can people sign up to be a volunteer?
Super easy. You can go to our website, heartland.ja.org, click on the volunteer, and we'll follow up with you. You can also contact myself, or if you know someone else on our team, we'll be happy to follow up with additional information and get them assigned to a classroom.
Well, it's as easy as that. Not a lot of time commitment either, so definitely get out there and help. JA could definitely use some more volunteers, and the kids love having the adults there as well. And it's a lot of fun, as I said before. I can't stress that enough. It really is a lot of fun.
Thanks.
But Stacy, thank you so much for coming in. It's been a pleasure. And if you want more information, you can go to heartland.ja.org. We'll also have all those details posted on ourquadcities.com.